Hello, Burbo. How are you? Oh, okay, I know, it's hot. So I did end up taking the bus for a test drive, and the other jets definitely did help. But that carburetor keeps getting clogged up. It'll start driving really, like, not bad, but obviously slower. It'll be dying at lights, stuff like that. Crack that primary jet, and then it starts running good again. So I really need to change out the filters, and hopefully eventually it'll just stop once everything gets ran through. But now I think it's time to finish off the interior. It runs pretty good. I'm not too worried about it, but not having the door panels and not having the rest of the panels like on the footwell, kind of bugging me. So we're gonna make some. That's right, I said make some because those panels are way too expensive online. Yeah, so obviously they're not gonna have this piece, whether it's for the heater or the AC. Yeah, it's cracked, and finding them's probably impossible. Just at some point, hopefully I can find some armrests or transfer that one over. This is the only one we have. We don't have the other side, so that's why I'm making them. But first, got to get the bus inside because it's hot out there and it's better in here. So I did already get some new board and some new fabric, pretty close to the same fabric. You're not really going to notice, so that I can make the new panels and also the one for the sliding. What I'm going to do is use some of this door panel, some measuring on the door. You're going to use all the original clips, and I think I have some new ones from either that one or my dad's, I don't remember. But yeah, and I'm gonna make a template out of just some folders. Cut them up, tape them together, make a nice template. Then I could put that onto the board and then cut that board out, put the material over it, put the clips in it, door panels. First, I'm gonna take everything off this door panel, whether it's to save it just in case I can find other pieces, or just to, you know, get rid of everything so that I can kind of put it back together and trace it and make another panel. The panel is stripped down, took all the fabric off, took all the pieces off, saved what I could just in case we do find another set that has this missing, blah blah blah. This piece is pretty much trash, the air vent, so also had a nest in it. Nasty. So yeah, that's going garbage. These are getting kept. Now flatten this, tape that piece back on, make a template with those folders, make 2 of them, or duplicate it on the board, and then wrap them in the material. It's taped up, but it's very arced from it sitting in the bus for so long in the back seat. So I didn't want to do this, but I think it'll dry fast. I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna put some bricks on it or something and try to get this thing to lay flat because it's just hard to work with, and tracing it's gonna be a pain. That should work. As I was wetting it, I could see it was kind of, you know, or whatever, changing to flat. So we'll let that dry, let it sit in the sun for a while. While that's drying, unfortunately the dogs got to this panel, but I don't really see it as needed anyway. But I do want these panels, they sit right there. So this backing board, it's the same thing, is very messed up, but the fabric seems okay as long as it gets cleaned. So I'm gonna pull the fabric off, repair those, do the same thing. Now that these are apart, I realize these are homemade. This one's made out of a pegboard, that one's not. And well, yeah, there's no way these were factory, but it is part of the bus. This is, I don't know, what it was at one point. So I want to redo them, put them back up, and it won't match anything, but it is blue and part of the bus. So before I seal these doors up with new door panels, I did clean the whole door and grease the window track. Works a lot better now. So with the panel repaired and flat, I'm gonna mark what we need. So I do want to mark the speaker because they did cut out the door for it, but I'm not gonna cut it out. We obviously need door handle, and then this is for a little grab handle. I'm only gonna put it on the driver's side. Cut out only for driver. I think I I might cut out both, because if we find another one, it'll be easy. I just won't poke the holes in the leather. And then window crank, cut. I think that's it. Let me see. We got window crank, we got handle, and then this is where the little grab handle goes, and the speaker. Yeah, that's it. I got rid of those little sliders because those aren't going to be needed. Now, just need to transfer that onto the pieces of replacement board that I got from a fabric store in town. It's a little thinner than this stuff, but that's what they recommended, so that's what I'm going to use. But yeah, pretty much that one can be flipped either way, and it works for either door. So don't need to make two, or don't need to have two. Oh yeah, and obviously I need to mark all the holes for where the clips go, obviously. All right, here is that board that I got from a fabric store in town. Seems a little thinner, but as I said, it's what they recommended. So let me get that piece on there, and I gotta think how to orientate them so that we can get the most out of these pieces. I got 2 of these. So there's the panel on the piece. I marked every single hole. I put whether it was like don't cut. The reason I'm marking those is if I ever find door panels, I'd like to cut them out and make them correct. But then like a handle, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. Now, and take it off, flip it, and then hopefully we can get another panel out of right there. Both panels are sketched out. Unfortunately, doesn't leave enough room for those front panels. But I do have another piece, and hopefully with the single door, hopefully it's smaller than this and we'll have a full side. If not, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll keep that just in case. Maybe I gotta splice it together. Who knows? I think first step to cutting out these door cards is gonna be drilling out all the holes. I think it'll be a lot easier when it's a solid sheet. They say you can just drill them, so I'm gonna drill out all the holes where the clips go and then try to cut out everything, and then I can just cut out the perimeter and then get some material done. Okay, I've just got a step drill bit, and we're gonna see how this goes. I'm just gonna put it right on the edge, and okay, definitely leaves an edge. So probably what needs to happen is I need to find the correct size drill bit. Okay, this is the one that fits in the door panel. So let's see. Okay, now what? I think I'm gonna get a razor blade and cut off the edges. So it seems like you get a fresh razor blade, and then that'll cut off all the rest of the edges. Just got to do the bottom once I flip it. So I'm just gonna go to town and drill all this stuff out. And the other side, all done. Now I'm just gonna use the razor blade to clean up both sides, and then I'll get to cutting, well, all the rest. All the edges are cleaned up. That took a little while. For dang sure I had to flip it, use a razor blade, flip it, use a razor blade, drill it, whatever. If you know a better technique, you know, definitely let me know. The only other thing I could think is maybe a punch. Those round ones like you use for the seals, for the body seals on the bugs. It's the only other thing I could think, but I don't know if that would cut through. Probably would. Now I'm gonna try to cut out where the door handle goes and a few other things. I got a piece of wood underneath so I don't mess up my table, and I'm gonna try to use a razor blade to cut around this. Let's see how this works out. Definitely not bad. I scored around it with the razor blade first on the piece of wood, and then brought it off the table and then went through, and then slowly went around it on the corners, kind of poke it through, same thing, and then eventually pop the panel out. I do have the little surrounds for the door handles. These were in the bus in a bag, so fit really well. But it might need to go that way or that way depending. So once I get the door panel cut out, I'll put it on the door and see how it fits. I'm going to continue to cut out for the grab handle, the window, and same thing for the passenger one, and then we can get to cutting out the full door card. All right, not bad. They definitely cut out pretty good. Just use a razor blade, go slow with it. Just on the corners, like puncture it, and then go straight, and then puncture it. Works out pretty good. I'm gonna try and cut out one panel and see how it does, and then probably finish this tomorrow because it's getting late and I'm tired. Well, that's one done. Wasn't terrible, just got to push, use a brand new razor blade, and it makes it through. I'm gonna test fit it on the door, and then I was gonna stop, but I'll probably just cut out the other one and get it over with. The other one is cut out, and tomorrow we will cut some fabric and put it on. Okay, the next day has, well, arrived, and time to continue working on the door panels. So I'm gonna go get the fabric, and what I'm gonna do is lay out the fabric, spray the panel, put the panel on there. We'll figure out which way I want to configure it, then put the panel on, then cut it. Normally I would cut the panel out first. I don't know, I just don't want to. I want to try something different. Here is the material I decided to go with. I really thought that thing had a white interior until I took one of the pieces from the old door panel and took it to a fabric shop, and this is what came out. It's pretty amazing. Like, well, I guess it's not white. I don't know. I always think this is just dirty white. But you look at that panel, that's pretty gray. So hopefully this color matches, but even then, it's fronts. As long as they match, awesome. That's a closing door, no one's gonna matter, no one's gonna notice. So this is what I'm gonna use. So I still have more material ordered that's gonna be here sometime next week. The guy said I needed it when I gave him dimensions, but honestly, both doors fit right there. The back door fits right there, and there's nothing else. I'll just have it extra, I guess. Also, I realized that that panel was missing on the rear lift gate thing, and we've got that piece, so that's where that goes. Kind of cool. Maybe I'll use the extra stuff to wrap right there instead of this stuff because it's falling off and it's nasty anyway. Okay, I've got the fabric on here. I got something heavy holding it so it doesn't fall off. You always just want to make sure that there is an edge, so when you wrap it over, you can glue it. I will be like slicing and dicing it just so it comes out real nice. But you always want to make sure there is a nice edge all the way around. That would be getting close, and then of course tons there, so no problem. So from here, I might just make a quick little line so I know where to place it, and then I will put some glue on this panel on the opposite side and put it down and start cutting it out. So normally I would use I think it's 3M90 glue. I used it on the Bug, and I've used it on a lot of other stuff, and it works really well. But O'Reilly's had sent me a $10 discount or a little reward thing, so I bought some from them. Still 3M. Says headliner glue, but it's all the same. So put some glue on this, go put it on there and cut it out. Shake it up real well, spray away from the panel first to make sure everything's all right and what kind of pattern it's gonna do. Looks like a straight pattern. Okay, and what I'm gonna try to do is spray it and miss where the clips go, because the clips are going to move around depending where it goes on the panel, but everything else will be pretty good, especially around here. You want it to seal real nice. Anywhere else, but these clips, you're going to move them around to put the panel on. So yeah, just saying. All right, I put some weight on it. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes before I decide to cut it out. I also did some clamps just to hold up that whole edge. But yeah, I'll let that sit for a minute and then I'll cut it and finish it up. Okay, I'm gonna try and cut it with a razor blade, and if this does not work, then I'm just gonna go to scissors. Okay, seems like razor blade worked out perfect. So that is cut out. Not bad. You're gonna see all the holes and stuff, but you know, the stock panels have this like adhesion points, and then everything else is kind of floating. Let's see if you can see it on this. Yeah, so it's not glued all the way, so you'll see it, and then you're also gonna see the clips. But either way, this is gonna look better than open door panels. So I'm gonna do the other one, and then so then the fabric can get off the table, and then we can start going around the edges and getting them finished and cutting out the handles. Okay, we will let that one sit now for a little while. And I realized how I said I had enough material to do everything. I don't. The panels have to be flipped, and I knew that. And yeah, and it wouldn't fit next to that other one. So maybe I messed up a little bit, whatever. But I've got more material on the way anyway, so we'll make that one out of that one. And then if I ever want to use this, it'll just go with the bus, or instead of doing those panels, I could switch it out. Who knows? But yeah, it didn't fit. Oh well. Cool. Second panel is cut out. I always flip them back over and just kind of inspect it, make sure there's no crazy bubbles or anything, and there's not, which is awesome. Now, glue the edges, pie cut where it needs to be pie cut, get the handles cut out, and it'll be done. Very quick, like this. And this one is done. I still have a couple clamps on it, but yeah. So definitely use these clamps. They work very well for stuff like this. I only had a few, so I actually had to go get more, and it's just buy like 50 of them, and that'll get one panel done, and then take them off when they're dry, put on the other one, it'll work out. So I'm gonna start another one. Passenger side one is complete. Just gonna let it dry with all the clips on it, because I started taking off the clips thinking it was dry, and well, it started like kind of bubbling up a little bit. So I'm just gonna leave all those on there. I really quick threw on the driver's side panel just to kind of see. It's not clipped in, it's just held in by the little handle cover thingy with the one screw. And color wise, definitely pretty close. Might be a tiny bit darker, but pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty sweet for sure. You know, it doesn't have the lines in it like the other panels, but I can only do so much. Looks way better obviously than an open door. I was gonna put the grab handle right here, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna put the grab handle in the glove box, and if we ever get another one, matching set, whatever, I can just add it later on. Tomorrow, after these panels fully dry, I'm gonna put all the clips in, clip them in, and start working on the back one. I don't have the fabric for it, but I can start cutting out the piece, and then also start installing this back piece. I just need to clean it off and then clip it in. All right, it's another day. Doggos are chilling. Hi, Turbo. And panels are now dry. So I'm gonna take off all the clips and start putting the clips that clip them to the door in and see how they fit. Gotta say, those came out pretty sweet. Nice and clean. So those definitely didn't go in too bad. Some of them I did cut a little bit of material out just so it kind of sits better, but we'll see how they sit in the bus. See how this goes up on there. I think I'll put the door handle first so that it holds it up. So got that, we got my Phillips. Okay, because I have no idea how these are gonna line, but hopefully they're close. Okay, so we're gonna pull that up. I'm gonna hold it up with my hip. Small side first. Slip it into its little slot. Okay, the panel is held up. None of the clips are in or anything. So, need to make sure that the window crank ends up being center. And then I'm just gonna adjust all of them, clip it in, and yeah, hopefully it comes out good. Oh yeah, everything went together real nice. As predicted, you can see where the clips are, and that's because whatever OEM panels aren't fully glued. They're only in sections, so it kind of poofs out. But honestly, looks really good. I think over time it'll heat up and this and that, and it'll kind of just even out. So let's get the other one done. And finished. That one came out even better. Everything fits up so nice. It's pretty dope. Now, need to finish the back one, but I'm still waiting on fabric for that one. So I think I'm really quick just gonna put the one that's already pre-made on the hat. So that panel clipped right in. So whoever made that panel, good on you. Fabric's falling off a little bit, but you know what? It works. It looks good. I cleaned it a little bit. And if I need to redo it, the board is there. All I gotta do is just rewrap. So yeah, next is either this door, which I'm waiting for the material anyway, or just cut out the boards and put the blue material on it. And then the front will be complete. So I'll probably just do that. Turbo! It's a new day. More coffee, but same old derbies. So I got this other piece right here. Same stuff, obviously, that I made the door panels out of. And now we got to make the sliding door. But what I want to do is measure out the sliding door. And I actually don't want to do the sliding door yet. I'm waiting on the material anyway, and I can get those done and put in. So, but I need to know how much material I have left from the sliding door, because I'd rather get the sliding door done. If I have to get more material for that, I will. You can buy smaller boards than this. These are large boards, and they sell smaller ones. I need more coffee. I measured the door, and that is exactly how big it is, 44 inches by 26.5. Now I'm going to trace that on here. It's not going to be correct because I got to round the edges, cut out for where the handle is, but at least I'll know where it is. Bam, marked out. Now to see if those panels fit. So when I reinstalled this piece of fabric and the board, just kind of aligning it up where it was, I took these off a long time ago. It's actually a little short, so I put some tape on this just to kind of see where I would want it to sit. That side's fine. It's got a bolt hole right here that holds it in, but then on this side there's actually like a hammer point. You can actually kind of hammer it in, and so I added that material, and I think that'll be a better bet. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to use this fabric unless I get very creative and kind of add it in like the back panel, but we'll see, because I mean I do have extra of that stuff, so from the door panels, so we'll see what happens. So I traced what the corner is going to look like on the big sliding door. I used tape to kind of duplicate it, and then realized these pieces fit in. That piece I put up against the firewall, and it fits perfect, so they did that one correct. This one just needed a little more, and honestly it's probably just because the board is not good. So now I'm going to trace these out, cut them out, and then see whether I want to use the blue fabric or the stuff from the door panels. First panel's cut out. Let's get that one cut out. Just like that. That one is done. Now time to fit them. And then, depending how they fit, decide if I want to try to use some of that material or the leather. There's the panels up there. Do got one screw on that side to hold it kind of in. This one though pops right in. It stays in. There is a piece that goes right there. I need to go grab that, but besides that, fits really well. Just need to cut out some fabric. Wow, that fits really well. I definitely have enough fabric, so just place that one, and then the other one should fit no problem. So I'm gonna glue them, get them cut out, see how they look, let them dry. Panels. Yeah, first one is roughly complete. Just got to cut out these two little cutout pieces and put some clips on them. Honestly, if you're doing this, just buy like 100 of these clips. They're so cheap, $1 for like 12 or $2 for 12, whatever the heck it is. Buy like 100 of them, because I could be working on the other one right now, but I gotta let this one dry. So yeah, just saying, I'm gonna let it dry and then we'll continue on the other one. Other panel is complete. Just gotta let it dry. That one is all dry. Once they're both done, we'll put them in. I gotta say, those panels came out pretty sweet. Heck yeah. I didn't even have to put that one screw that I had right there. So everything just kind of fits up. You put it in one side, put it in the other side, and it's kind of bowed out this way, and then you just push it in. It slaps right in. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Now, just like I've been saying, need to do the back panel, but we're waiting on material, so I think I'll just do the rest of the diagram on that one, get it cut out, and then it'll just be waiting. So it's time to hop up in the bus and make a diagram of where the curves are on that door and then also the handle. But I wanted to show you off camera. I've been starting to use some butter wax from Chemical Guys, and it's actually starting to shine. Looks pretty good. This panel was almost completely blue, so pretty cool. So you got that compared to like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Still got to do the rest of the bus, but not bad. I'm gonna start by doing this side, just using some folders, cutting them up, taping. Yeah, and then I'll move to that side. It's also really hot, so I need air in here. Okay, that came out pretty sweet. So now I'm gonna go transfer it over to the board, and then hopefully I can just make this straight and then transfer it to the other side, and I won't have to do another one. Heck yeah, that works perfect. So I'm gonna trace it out, make sure it fits on the other side, and then just go straight from there. So I thought it was gonna be straight on this side, but it's actually not. There's a spot almost like where the handle is on the same side. I'm assuming there was like nice plastic covers on them at some point, but we don't have them. Maybe I can get them. But yeah, that's how it came out. And even the shape is just a little bit different. Now, cut it out and then start figuring out how to put the holes for the clips. Heck yeah, definitely not bad. Not bad, not bad. This is supposed to be screwed in differently, so I need to look into that. But fits really well. Now, figure out those holes. So I used the template I had and added a few pieces on the bottom and top, and then marked where the holes are. Then obviously transferred it to the board, and now I know where the holes are. But that's not where you drill the holes, because the clips have to go in, and then the actual piece that goes into the hole is like, I don't know, half an inch off. So even though the clip goes in there, the hole needs to be over here. So I marked where I need to drill in white, and just to make sure that they are a like correct distance. This is the old door panel that was all messed up, and you can see if I line it up, there's the white line or white dot, same thing. So that is a correct distance. So we gotta drill those out. All done. Let's hope they are in the correct spots. But now just waiting on fabric. But while I'm waiting, might as well just fix a few more things in the interior. So that spot that's falling down, take the panel out, re-glue it, and then same with this panel. And then not sure yet what I want to do about those cuts, whether I want to try to repair it, redo the whole panel, I don't know. First panel is off, and as you can see, it's seen better days. So I'm just going to take my time gluing it, stretching it, clamping it, and well, get it back. Awesome. That panel is all re-glued and clipped to the best of its ability. I mean, it shrunk and stuff, but it's done. Let me go get the other one out. This one is in even worse shape than the other one, so that's great. That panel's all done, waiting for it to dry, and I got that panel back in. Definitely looks a lot better, not bulging out. And you guys might be asking yourself if we're gonna redo that. We will see when it comes time to do the window seals, because they're all a little bad. And the back ones hold in on the body, then also have screws with little covers. So yeah, I'm gonna redo that. And I've decided, because this one shrunk so much, I think I'm just gonna wrap it in the same stuff I did the rest of the stuff, and it'll look nice. So I started gluing this piece, decided I should use the rest of this headliner stuff. It is 3M, but it is not the same quality as their 90. So ended up having a few issues. Ended up having to do a two-tone, just a little back half is black, just because I didn't have a long enough piece. So I'm gonna let this sit. I need more glue anyway, and then tomorrow I'll finish up, put it back in. Okay, the back side is done. Just gotta wait for it to dry, and it is raining like crazy outside. Wow. Oh, the bus looks good though. I gotta say, that came out pretty sweet. Now you can see the two-tone, and of course, the only reason I did that is because I didn't have a long enough piece of material, but honestly, it doesn't look too bad, and that's just that black material that was on there. So I just need to cut the holes out really quick for the screws, and then the hole where the back seat locks into. By the way, I did unscrew that. It just screws in and screws out. So definitely a lot better than it was. Looks pretty sweet. Now this one, it is behind the spare, so I'm not too worried, but I am gonna fix right here. I think I just glue it, stick it down, it'll be all right. Never mind. I pulled it out real quick, glued it, and then put some clips on it, just like everything else. And yeah, they're mismatched, but this side also has a nice black tire cover, spare tire cover, so it'll match. I also put some glue on this edge, and then put a lot of washers in there to hold it in. I'll just let it dry.
All right, finally, the rest of the fabric came in. I did buy a little bit more for another panel in there just to redo it. But finally, we can get the sliding door done. Yeah, let's get it done. I do really enjoy doing these, so let's do it. Oh, no. Oh, I still need to, yeah, one second. Oh, that's a little better. A little, let's try this again. Did I forget how this thing worked? Oh, you know what? This one's not bad. Hey, Darius. Hi, guys. Oh, okay, that's enough. Woo! Okay, God, finally. That came out pretty good. All the corners and stuff look real nice. Now, just put all the clips in and clip it into the door, just so you remember what it looked like. Okay, I'm gonna put the panel on. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, and you can see, like, color-wise. Oh God, on the camera it looks terrible. It's not that much darker, so it's not bad. I assume there's probably supposed to be covers over these. But I don't know, they don't look terrible. Need to get a new handle because that one is broken. I guess I'm redoing this panel as well. I got more material, and that's bugging, so I'll be taking that panel off and redoing it as well. Then the whole front will have no lines, and then the back ones will be the only ones with the lines. Also need to get the dome light working. Well, need to get a dome light in general, but and then get this one working as well. I assume that one's not working because either it's not wired in, I can't remember if I wired it in, or if it, like, kind of uses these wires as well, and that's why it's not working. Now it's time to finish the last panel in the interior that needs to get redone. I thought it was okay, at least, you know, for the condition of this bus, but I'll just redo it. I've got the material, I know how to do them, and then it will match the rest, and then the backs will be the only ones with the ribs. And I don't know if I showed it, but a family member made these curtains for us, which is pretty awesome. They look really cool in the bus, and it just gives it a whole different vibe. So I'm gonna take this off, just like the other ones. I might need to take this piece off, but besides that, it just pops right off. And let's see how that's mounted. Oh, it looks like it's just mounted to the panel, so let me get that off. Panel is off. Gonna remove all the clips, then remove the fabric, glue it on. Bam, another panel done, another thing done. The ashtray just kind of pops out from the bottom and then comes out. I'm gonna clean it up, put it back in. That panel is complete. Definitely was a little warped, so you can see there was water going down it because of the seals and stuff at some point, but it is done. Gotta let it dry, put all the clips back in, put it back in, and put the seat back in. Decided to take the seat out because I cleaned on there and wiped it and stuff. Make everything nice. Panel is back in, and let me know down in the comments, was it worth taking that out and redoing it or not? It does look a lot cleaner. I want your guys' opinion though. I guess that's it for interior repairs, which is amazing. Besides like adding a piece for right there, if you guys know where to get that, please let me know as well. For around the seat right there, and then also like fixing this one. I could probably glue it up, but let me know where you guys get that material, because I can't find it anywhere. But besides that, I mean, interior is looking good, but I still do have plenty of stuff to do on the interior of the bus. But we need to order all that stuff, the dome light, some switches, some other stuff, so some handles and stuff. So plenty more to do, but the bus is looking amazing. Yeah, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. The bus is coming out pretty sweet. I hope you guys are enjoying it. High five out.